How's it going, my dudes? Okay, so there's a reason why I didn't talk too much about the Lawful Chimera. I know people have been asking me about the Lawful Chimera and... Okay, you have not seen my Evil Chimera video yet. Please go and check it out. This is just an extension from that video itself, so you have to look at that video to understand more about what this comp is about. Frankly, it's kind of the same as Evil Chimera. It's kind of the same except for, I think, two main differences. Okay, so one is the typing. All right, so one is his typing. His typing is no longer evil, obviously, so that means that you're gonna be limited to some of the units that you can bring in. Okay, but by limited, I'm not really saying that a lot of units are irrelevant, but what I mean is, like, instead of Cerberus, now you might need to bring an Una. Okay, instead of Cerberus being the what's his typing? Evil type, right? He's an evil type attack buffer, but he's gonna get killed. He's gonna get destroyed, utterly destroyed by this boss. So instead of Cerberus, you just gotta bring an Una. And the other major difference is he has a ton more HP than your Evil Chimera. Alright, so even if you clear the guard that actually improves his HP by 50%, he still has a buttload more HP than Evil Chimera, which means that it's harder for you to hit the 25% threshold, which means the progression goes from Evil Chimera, you get yourself a real strong set of conflict runes all over your units, at least about 16 to 18 sets of conflict runes. Then you can hopefully progress to Lawful Chimera. As you can see here, I have 18 sets of conflict runes, and I'm frankly not able to hit the thresholds very well. Okay, and it's not because he's regenerating HP. The Lawful Chimera does regen HP over here. It's not because of that. Okay, so how the Lawful Chimera works is actually, once he drops 25% HP, he recovers that 5% and a little bit more. Yes, that is true. However, the next threshold for his jumping attack is not when you manage to reduce him by another 30% of his HP. It's not. Okay, so that's a major misconception and a lot of people have. That's not it. Okay, that's not it. You just need to drop him back down from, let's say, from 80%, right? Okay, from 100% drop to 75%. He increases back to 80%. From 80%, you just need to drop him back to 55%, not 50%. Okay, so you will see him jump quite a few times. You'll see him jump 1, 2, 3, 4 times, about 4 times, which is firstly, it's gonna make the runs a little bit longer, and secondly, your damage has to hit the checks very frequently. Okay, your damage has to be very, very stable. So let's take a look at the units that I have. Okay, because the previous time I was using Lucky Me's account, his runes are, I think, a lot better than mine. All right, wait a minute, where are my LD units? Shouldn't they be in front? Oh wait, oh, they are in front. Wait, why didn't I see them just now? I was like, I swear I couldn't see them just now. I swear it started off over here, right? Okay, whatever that is. Okay, let's take a look at the units that I have. So Una, she's currently on full conflict, and these are her stats. Basically, you don't really need to care too much about their defensive stats because, like I said before, Rock Golem, as long as Rock Golem exists, your team should be safe. Okay, your team should be safe. We don't even really need like defense here. You don't really need HP here. I'm just dropping it there because I have them. Like I said, you don't need them. Okay, and then these are my druid stats, conflict as well. I think he's on defense something, defense and crit rate. See, like I said, you don't really need whatever. Okay, defense is more important of a stat than HP. Just take note of that. Defense is more important of a stat because the boss does not apply defense breaks. Okay, and you just want to prevent the shield from Rock Golem from breaking as much as possible. Okay, and here's my Rock Golem stats. HP, pretty obvious. This is the only one that actually has a HP requirement. And here are my swordsmen. They generally have the same stats across the board. They are currently on attack conflict, but I would hopefully like to get them to full conflict, just everyone conflict. It's better that way. And who's the last guy? Okay, so I was saying like Cerberus, right? Cerberus, here he is. Because he's evil type, he's not going to be usable. He's going to get absolutely destroyed. Okay, so even if you give him like a lot of defense, I personally, I wouldn't even raise him past 5 stars. So if you want to upgrade him to 5 stars, so be it. That's up to you. Okay, but for me, I don't want to. I want to save my resources. And here's my Enchantress. Sorry, not Enchantress. Oh my goodness. Someone said Enchantress to me and it just stuck. Okay, here's my jungle hut. Here's my jungle hut. I'm not talking about Dota 2's Enchantress. Okay, so without further ado, let's go back to the run. Let's take a look at the run again. Let's go back to the lair. Okay, so this is the... Oh, I can't see the guard thing. Okay, so The left Lawful Guard actually increases his max HP by another 50%, which is crazy. Okay, his base HP is already a lot higher than Evil Chimera. I guarantee you this, his base HP is really a lot higher. It's not because of elemental neutrality. It is not because of that. If you actually observe the fight, you will notice that your Holy Swordsman will do the same damage to the Lawful Chimera. And it's not my crit rate as well, because I will be critting him about 97 to 100% 100% chance as long as I have my crit rate buff. So it's not about my crit. The damage that I'm doing is the same amount that I would be doing in Evil Chimera. But the problem is I am not actually hitting the thresholds as overpowered as I would on the Evil Chimera. Okay, that's because the Evil Chimera's max HP is a lot lower. Okay, so that's an innate difference. I can't prove. I mean, unless I bring like a Goblin Engineer here to test the max HP that he has. It's gonna be impossible to prove it, but you just have to take my word for it. So yeah, take note that the threshold actually moves when he heals himself. Okay, so in order for you to meet the next jump threshold, you just need to make sure that you do 25% of what he had when right after he did the previous jump. Okay, so when he jumps and then he goes down, that amount of HP, like right now this amount of HP, as long as you drop 25% from this, he will jump again. Okay, you don't have to drop 30%. Alright, so I have to repeat this again because it's a very common misconception on how people perceive the lawful type to be. Okay, because a lot of people are asking me, how do you do lawful lair? But to be honest, if you can do the evil lair, it's just a matter of increasing your stats, your damage output. It's just a matter of putting more conflict runes, and that's it. Just upgrade your runes to plus 15, more conflict runes, you're good to go. Okay, and I know there is a running Archmage team around, so there is someone who has been running one single Archmage and 7 Jungle Hearts. So the idea is to have the Archmage drop that damage reflect buff. So you naturally want a 5-star level 1 Archmage. Just a 5-star level 1 Archmage so that he has as low defense as possible. And then you give him the third skill that gives him the reflect. So he just needs one rune that is just speed. Okay, he just needs one speed rune that enables him to go first, but not to move fast. Okay, so maybe he has like 110 speed, about 110 speed, and a Jungle Heart which has like I think 107 base speed. No runes at all. 7 Jungle Heart, no runes, just awakened. Evolved, just evolved. And they will extend the revenge. I mean the counter damage, the reflect buff. They will extend it by 7 times. So it should be more than enough for the boss to take enough reflect damage until he dies. Okay, so that's actually the fastest. Believe it or not, it's actually the fastest team. Alright, it's the fastest team that's available. I don't think that's available for the Lawful. I think for Lawful you need 4 Archmage and 4 Jungle Heart because his max HP is just so much more. Okay, so much higher. It's a lot harder to hit the HP thresholds with just 1 Archmage, but for I think the Chaotic Lair, you can use 1 Archmage. 1 Archmage is enough because apparently the damage that he does to himself is enough to meet his HP thresholds, and then he'll just keep attacking you that way. This build is, I've seen it in one of Andy's videos. Okay, so it's a YouTuber called Legendary Andy. He's not a YouTuber, not so much I think. He's more of a YouTube streamer. Sorry, not YouTube streamer, a Twitch streamer. So I've seen one of his videos. I think I'll put a link in the description if I remember to do so. Or if not, you can just go and YouTube search Legendary Andy, and you will definitely see his lair video. It's showcasing someone else's units. Okay, I think it's Vega from Worldwide. Okay, so yeah, so this is the team. It's basically the same thing, same idea. Okay, the only difficulty that people should be asking me is the Chaotic Lair, because that one, frankly, I am still unsure of how to cheese it. I don't want to have to run it really slow, So I don't think I'm going to focus so much on a chaotic lair at the moment. I'm just going to do a lot of evil and lawful chimeras for the time being, alright? So as you can see, his HP is slightly more than 50%, okay? I get it. I'm going to get people saying that, yeah, that's because he healed. Okay, that's because he healed. It's not. It's not because he healed. It's just because I overshot the damage a little bit before he jumped. Yeah, trust me on this. You can go and maybe watch the replay on this. Take note of the actual positions where I actually dropping down to 50%. So yeah, that's it for the Lawful Chimera, I guess. It's the same as the Evil Chimera. It's exactly the same. The idea is the same, okay? So the idea is, maybe I should have mentioned this earlier on. First, your druid goes, he casts that counter buff, and then the jungle heart goes, extends the counter buff, which means that your teammates who matter should have 2 layers of counter buff. So that when a golem attacks, he will still have one. Sorry. Yeah, he will still have 1 counter buff. That's not very important. But your holy swordsman, they will still have 1 counter buff after the attack as well. And then right before the boss moves, your jungle heart drops immunity that prevents your rock golem from being. Sorry, that's more for the evil there. The immunity prevents your rock golem from being amnesia, from getting amnesia. But for this stage, it doesn't really matter. It's just a slow, I think. Is it a slow? Yeah, it is a slow, so it doesn't really matter so much for this stage. Yeah, so that is the strategy right here. So basically, your druid and your sorry, my bad. Your druid and your jungle heart should be really fast, at least 190 speed, and your druid has to be the fastest. That's about it. Everything else can be slow and whatever. Yeah, so right, that's it for this video, guys. I hope it was informative in a sense. I hope this clarifies any questions regarding the Lawful Chimera, right? Do share this video, okay? Because I know a lot of people are not going to be able to get a hold of this video, and they're going to be asking and all that. Just share it with them. Do me a favor, spread the word, and I'll really appreciate it. So if you enjoyed this video, you know, like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already done so. 80% of you are still not subscribed. I'm not sure what you want me to do so that you would subscribe, but yeah, just let me know, okay? Let me know what do you want to see in the future. I know I already have like an Excel sheet for it, but if there's something that's really like tickling you, that will be the key to subscribing, just let me know. All right, okay, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.